With National Signing Day in the books for the 2022 class, I thought it was an appropriate time now to sit back and take a look at who might be my favorite signees for the 2022 class thus far. So I'll give you 5 of those, my reasoning, and I'd love to hear your perspectives on my picks, but also your picks as well at the end of the video. Welcome to the E2C network, where the Auburn family speaks. Our content here and on our podcast network may tend to be Auburn sports heavy, but if it's orange and blue, it's what we do. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you never miss any content. Thank you to members of our booster club like Chris Smith, who help produce videos like this. I want to clarify something at the start of the video, that this is not a list of who's the best, who's the biggest get in terms of like numbers and statistics and things like that. This is just a video about my favorite recruits that are part of the 2022 class. Now remember folks, just because National Signing Day for 2022 is technically in 2021, I know that's confusing, there is still another signing day to go in February, I believe it is. So this list will probably change by the time the class is officially complete. But with so many high profile names and so many special recruits already coming in and signing their letters of intent, I really wanted to take a look at this and say who are the favorite ones that I think for me personally are going to be, but also some reasoning behind it in terms of what it means for the program. Let's start off with number 5, and that for me is Eston Harris. And this is one simple reason alone: you took somebody out of your rival's backyard. Obviously, our big rivals are Alabama, Georgia, and of course LSU. And to go down into Baton Rouge, Louisiana, into their backyard and take one from them is an absolutely incredible feat, because that's not something that you typically do. Eston Harris comes from University Lab in Baton Rouge, 6 foot overall, 195 pounds. And if you look at ratings and if you care about that type of stuff, he's rated as a 4-star. I really like this guy's potential here at Auburn, and let's be honest, one of the places that was of concern during 2021 season was the defensive backfield. So this is a guy that could potentially see some time early on. But for me, the biggest factor of why he is number 5 on my favorite list is because we just straight up took him from Baton Rouge. Number 4, Alex McPherson. This guy is the next generation of kicker for us. For some reason, it just feels like we go out there every time we need one and go get the best kicker in the land, which you'd think would be hard to do, right? Because there's 100 plus, FBS schools out there, and all of them at some point are going to be vying for a kicker. So how does Auburn time and time again go out there and get a guy, not just that's really good, but the best in the class? This guy's knocking 50, 60. I think he definitely hit a 63 or something like that yard field goal in a high school game. And I think there was an attempted, this may be a tall tale at this point, but a 70-yard attempt that he just missed. The guy's clearly got a leg. I haven't really focused too much on his accuracy. I've just been wowed by his overall kicking strength. But yet again, Kicker U is going to continue here at Auburn, carrying on the tradition of names like Wes Byram, Cody Parkey, Daniel Carlson, Anders Carlson, and now Alex McPherson. And it's also a little added plus that this is the brother of a former Florida kicker, and they couldn't go get him. So that's another little rival kind of gotcha moment there. Number 3, Jeffreyimba. This one is special because of just the unique nature of how he committed. You all the time hear about silent commits, and you sometimes want to believe them, but sometimes they feel almost too good to be true. But this one actually worked out for Auburn. He committed to the staff silently and then decided that he wanted to later announce it on national television, well, international television, on his own terms. And it was really cool because on the day he officially announced it to the world, they got to share a video of the moment he silently committed to Coach Harsin and staff, and you could saw how hyped he was, how hyped the staff was, and how hyped Coach Harsin was. I mean, they hugged forever, and I'm sure that Coach Harsin is just as happy to get any of these recruits, and if he's in the room when they officially commit, he does this. But that was just a really cool, special moment. And he's a special player, the number 1 overall JUCO player. It really says something about the program that not just him, but that the others that are number 1 in their position JUCO-wise are all deciding that they wanted to come to Auburn. Number 2, Eston Harris. This is probably my sleeper pick here because I think this is where this class is going to be defined, how they do in offensive line recruiting. And as of this moment, Eston is it. What's important, though, is not only did you go find somebody to begin your process of rebuilding your offensive line, you did it in your home backyard. We talk a lot about the importance of stealing from other people's backyard. It's just as important to protect yours as well. We could also even throw in a Powell Gordon, linebacker out of Auburn as well. Those are two important ones. But in terms of the importance of rebuilding this offensive line, Eston Harris is it. Now, if you look at stats and stars, you're going to be like, well, what are you really excited about, Kyle? To me, again, stars and stats and rankings do not matter. It matters of finding the right guys and bringing the people that you have in your own backyard here. Eston could be the beginning of a new wave of success at offensive line, and that is why I'm excited to have him here. Number 1, Robert Woodyard. This one explains itself. Another rival takeaway. Auburn and its staff went down into the stronghold of Mobile, Alabama, and took away one of the top recruits from there. If you're not from Auburn or if you're not from Alabama, you may not know this, but Mobile, Alabama, down there in the Gulf Coast, is a stronghold for the University of Alabama for whatever reason. And it's hard to go get recruits down there and convince them to go anywhere besides Alabama, much less Auburn. So the fact that they were able to go there, get somebody that was committed, and flip them on National Signing Day is huge. And it's a little bit of kind of reversal of what's been happening over the last few years, where Alabama sometimes has had commits go to Auburn and then flip them on the last possible second or hour before National Signing Day or the no contact period. So this is just another special moment of things kind of shifting and changing, going into enemy territory, and then also kind of giving Alabama what they've been giving us for the last couple of years. And that, for that simple reason alone, he's a great talent. I'm excited for that. That is why he's my number 1 overall. So that's my top 5. And again, I don't want you to really look at that as an overall ranking as of importance or anything like that. These are the ones that just came to mind when I was trying to write this list out. I wrote these ones down first. And you can kind of see my priorities based off how I spoke about them in this video. But now I turn to you. I would love to hear your perspectives on this recruiting class and how you would rank your top 5 favorite ones out of this. And it's easy to go for those big names, like even Jeffreyimba, but I'm interested, is there anybody out there that's in your top 5 that's kind of the sleeper pick? I think there's a lot of opportunities for guys that get overlooked, such as being ranked a 3-star or something like that, that usually end up being the ones that we're talking about when their careers are over here at Auburn. Looking at people like Deshaun Davis on that one. Let me know down there in the comments section below. We would love to hear your perspectives. If you enjoyed this content, please help support it by smashing that like button. And if you want more content from us, be sure you are subscribed along with hitting that notification bell so you never miss an upload or a live stream. There's other ways to help support our content, such as becoming a Booster Club member or a channel member. All of those ways are listed in the description of this video, so please do check them out. Thank you for tuning into the E2C Network, where the Auburn family speaks. War Eagle.